Okay, hi everybody. It is Monday, August 15th, and thank you for meeting for our weekly call. I want this to kind of have a mid-month discussion. Team Cup, see how we're doing. I'd love for each of us to kind of talk and just kind of share what's going on. And then I really want us to also start, zeroing in on our invitations on the HealthBet, the My Challenge Tracker app, and then discuss some ideas and how we can, how shall I say, share value and get people to trust us so that when we post things, we're doing our jab, 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 and we do the right hook. People are, oh, that person's kind of cool. I like her. So, so first, I just kind of want to start talking about just Team Cup. How's it going? It's mid-month. It's August 15th. What are your challenges? What are your successes? How are your goals? What were your goals? Do you remember what your goals were? How are you doing? And maybe we can strategize on how to help with that. So, does anybody want to start?
I've got 2 points. Yay! I'm working on 2 more. The girl's got to, I've been kind of going back and forth with her, and it seems like she's ready to quit the gym, eat food. So I was actually talking to her before I got on here. So I'm thinking she's going to do it, but I don't want to drag her too much because I think if I am, she's going to be way too high maintenance. She has to want it on her own. But I'm thinking she does. I said 10, so if this one comes true, I've got 4, then I just need a couple more. And I'm just having a hard time trying to figure out, getting some new people, some fresh meat to invite. And that's where I'm hoping to freshen up my post, reach new people, come up with some new vulnerabilities, and try to get some more market people. I've got some feelers out to other people, but no one's chomping at the bit to exercise, or at least exercise the way we do it. I did put a post out for the health bet, and I probably need to tweak that a little bit more.
Does the one
I'm just kind of hoping that some of my posts with Ariel will do what?
I think I saw your post. That was cool. Like there's something about I can't believe this amazing company I'm part of or something. Was that post you're talking about?
Yeah, I did the Shakeology, and I was holding 2 programs, and so I was trying to incorporate both of them. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know how many hits I got. I might just repost that one.
Or try to shake it up a bit. So maybe actually use the HealthBet picture, or be a little bit more, maybe.
Don't they suggest not? I was thinking about using the HealthBet picture, like go into Photify, whatever it is, because they're always saying don't use those stock pictures, use yourself. You know what I mean? So you're supposed to make it personal. So I was looking at one that you had a little thing, and that's my daughter. It was a little one without all that information. So I downloaded that, and I was going to get another picture. But I don't know what, maybe us working out or something like that, and use similar verbiage, but change it up to still have that health bit in there. Because like I said, they're always saying don't use stock photos.
No,
that's why I'm not doing it.
No, it's a good idea. I guess the question is, it has to be something that at least stop their scrolling, right? And so like just whatever that image could be, that's not like every other image that's on your Facebook wall. That will actually make them stop. So that's
Ariel tends to make people stop.
Those videos are awesome. Those videos are.
I think I took a good one tonight. I'm in the process of re-downloading my Instagram, and I took one that was under a minute tonight. Lighting kind of sucks, but I still have some more time to play.
Okay. Yeah, I mean those videos.
That's why I did it, and I just didn't realize I can't do it on my iPad. They're fun. So that's kind of where I am right now. I'm still working it. I'm doing I'm I'm kind of like zoned out on my training. I've actually gone through most of module 2, just listen to it all. And then I'm going to go back and now fine tune, try to figure out what I want my cover page to be. And I'm just trying to really absorb that training now and implement it.
You're actually ahead of than me. So I know the training that I went through is awesome.
Go slow though. Because I've never, yeah, they say, yeah, I just wanted to listen through it all once and then go back and try to nitpick and take better notes and absorb and do. Because he was that guy, because I think you guys, or Jolene has actually had him on before about telling your story. I've heard of his name before, and it was kind of interesting.
I haven't done that yet. I did module 1 and I'm waiting for my cover photo before I go jump into module 2.
I don't know what I want for my cover photo, so I didn't want that to hold me back from just listening. Since I am posting, I figured it would kill me to hear what they say about posting. And I actually did a thing where I haven't been doing my bill. So trying to pull something else out and more videos like Lynette's been saying, and just keeping it real and being vulnerable, and I don't know.
Well, let's kind of discuss and strategize all together. I want to make sure everybody has a chance to talk about what's been going on and how they move forward, because I think this is a really ripe topic that I think we all could take advantage of. But I just want everyone to have a chance to talk. So who would like to, thank you, Dawn. Who would like to go next?
I'll go. My goal was SC15 and Diamond this month. I have, let's see, I guess 2 potential coach candidates. Christy, who won the prize, she's not able to get me joined now. I told her about the HealthBet and that, she has until the 31st to order for that. And she said she's going to try and make it work. I talked to her after the event closed, and she was just like, her husband told her no, it's not in her budget right now, and it was really she was like in a dilemma about it because she really wants to do it, but she can't. She felt frustrated that she couldn't right now join. So and then I have one other guy that is interested in coaching. I had 5 people that were interested, and I've been trying to follow up with all those people. I guess for me, the struggle has been closing with people. I've got 2 appointments this week with people who say they're ready, but I'm not assuming that that's going to happen. So, I'm sending out 5 to 10 invites every day and, connecting with close to 20 people every day, and customers and prospects. So, and I've been kind of trying to implement some of the stuff from the training that we joined, the social team builder. I posted a picture on my on my page, on my like page. I buy these little dark chocolate covered graham crackers, like little squares, and these caramels. And so I put those 2 in front of me, and I took a picture of my face in between them. And I was like, anybody else have issues with chocolate?
That's great.
So it's reached like 600 people.
Wow.
In the first day that I posted the picture. So
again,
and then
it's something different, right?
Somebody posted this viral video. You guys have probably seen it. This baby who's like watching Rocky
funny.
And doing all the exercises he does, like to train. Mm-hmm. It's really cute. And that got really good reach too. And I think I had like 4 or 5 reactions today to it. So, and stuff like that is gonna and I've just been getting kind of trying to be more authentic and not just doing what I always do is like food and workouts. So
that's great, David. Yeah. And keep in mind all of that activity that you're pouring in. Those numbers that you are are sharing with us are phenomenal. And just know that all this work you're putting in will come to fruition. It's just the 4 challenge points, or whatever you call them, success club points that just came in for me yesterday, where it's because it was a woman who is the wife of my husband's ex-classmate who lives in my town, Evanston. And I invited her back in February or January or something. And she sent me one message. I replied back telling her what it was about. And she immediately said, I don't do that. I don't eat out of a box. And then I went back to her and say, well, what do you mean by that? And blah, blah, blah. And then exactly. I mean, I had the same response. And then she's completely ignored all of my messages and invitations since then. So it was like she gave me one response. I don't eat out of a box. And then I've invited her to Shakeology sneak peeks and free clean eating groups and whatever, food first. And then out of the blue, a few days ago, she's like, hi, I want to do the 21-day challenge along with my friend. Out of the blue. Like there was no conversation. So I guess the point is that I never gave up. And I know you don't. So it's just, that was a conversation that was started months ago. I kept inviting her. She literally ignored every single one of my messages. She's seen every single one of my messages and invitations. And then she just knew what I was doing. And because I guess she trusts me, out of the blue, she's like, came in, and I haven't even met her friend. I mean, we're not even Facebook friends yet, but somehow she has a challenge pack. So, of the challenge pack orders that came in for me this month, the conversations were started before. They didn't start this month. So just know that, right? Just know that. And sometimes.
Yeah, I know I've had like my first 2 points were, kind of carry over in talking to my friend Camille from last month.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it just happened on I was talking to her all weekend, that last weekend, after coming back from Summit, and, she was like, oh, well, I have to deposit my check, and I'll do that tomorrow. And she did, and she ordered the Kickstarter pack. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's just how it works. It's just that it's a continuum of conversations. And it's not like, okay, now I'm just going to work on my August people. Now I'm just going to work on my September people. It's really people that you've had relationships that you've been building over time until finally they're just ready. And you never know when that ready is going to happen. But when it comes, it's very nice. But as long as you're just real and so I listened to one of Bob Heilig's podcasts. He was the one that Shalene had interviewed.
You like Bob, don't you?
Well, I love that podcast. And I listened to his one podcast. I actually don't like his style because Shalene is so bubbly and energetic and whatever. And Bob's voice was very dry and slow. But the content I thought was worthwhile. And the phrases that he used, again, are very similar to Eric Worre and GoPro and the techniques used. And who knows, he might have just learned from Eric Worre himself. But, this may or may not work for you is one phrase. So you're always offering the opportunity, but give them the opportunity out. Would you be open to, and then if I, would you, and then he had a whole bunch of other things, and something like, oh, you seem really busy right now since I haven't heard from you, how about, I'm just, I have so many people I'm talking to right now, I'm going to cross you off my list. So he has all these different phrases. I don't know if I'd have the balls to say that, but just a different twist. So it's always nice. It's not like we're doing anything wrong. It's just that sometimes if we just tweak a word or a sentence or an approach here and there, we can kind of just hone in on our skills.
Wait, can we just stop
She just
for a
said
second?
balls on this. Did you hear that?
Did you hear Lynette say balls?
Balls.
Not the first time I've heard that from her.
I know. This is recorded.
I can say worse.
Did not hear that? Did not.
I'm sorry. I was thinking the same thing as Brenda. Like, oh my God. That's great.
Sorry, Lynette.
All right, Julie, hope you're getting a good laugh.
Our reception's bad, but I did hear that one. Yeah.
Good. Came in just in time.
Anyway, but anyway, so it's that podcast. I think I realize it's the first and only podcast other than the Eric Worre YouTube channel, which I never go to because I have to go to YouTube. I like listening to podcasts, so it's nice to have a network marketing podcast that I could just kind of scroll through, and he'll talk about recruiting or inviting or whatever the topic is, and it's just kind of nice to just kind of, it's about skills, and this is it's maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's not a so good thing, but there's this one guy I've been working with, a coach prospect, and he actually approached me at my high school reunion, our high school reunion, 3 times. And I kept trying to say, I actually was kind of putting him off because he's a salesman, and I personally don't see myself as a salesperson or think of us as salespeople. And I kept telling him, this is not sales. This is about relationships. This is about helping people. He's like, yeah, I got it, but I'm a salesperson. I'm like, oh, okay. But he kept coming back to me. So finally we just started having this conversation that's been back and forth. And so we've been following up via email. And I've been very good about my follow-ups. And he actually replied back once, and he said, are you sure you're not a salesperson? Because you're really good. And I'm like, oh. And I could be insulted by that. But I kind of, my chest kind of puffed out with a little pride because it is a skill. And it's really about my way of following up with him. And so as long as you say you do what you say you're going to do, and I told him I was going to follow up on that with him that day, and I did. So it's really just about skill. So having that podcast was nice to listen to. I only listened to 1 episode, so hopefully others would be useful as well. Did you listen to it, Brenda?
Yeah.
I have not started listening to the virtual upline yet. I did listen to Brendan Bouchard this morning.
Yeah. Oh, I
on
did.
my way to work.
How was it? I haven't listened to him in a while.
I haven't listened to him in a while either. So I don't know which day it was, but it's a early summer podcast.
Oh, okay.
And he was talking about, was it sailors versus spinners?
Oh,
and
mm-hmm.
from his book, which I haven't read yet. I'm so terrible with reading and reading books. I mean, not like I didn't have 3 years of just reading, but anyway, so yeah, he was talking about a lesson from his latest book, sailors versus spinners. I really like that, so I listened to that on my way to work this morning. But I followed up. Well,
go ahead.
Go ahead. Gosh, how many people did I talk to? I think I initiated 4, maybe 5 conversations today. I'm trying to do at least 4 to 5 every day, 6 days a week, so I can get at least 100 people this month. To start a conversation with 100 new people, and then my goal was 5 SC and Emerald, and I'm getting really close to both.
Yay!
So, I have to follow up. I will on Wednesday with the lady who was who wanted to be part of the HealthBet next in September and wanted to start Shakeology and such. So, following up with her, and yeah, I am doing okay with my goals. I just need to read more, but I am, making sure I get some kind of PD in every day. I don't do anything on Sundays. I really try to avoid work at all costs, every kind of work. But I did talk to two of my challengers or clients, really, who are in Food First. I'm really trying to talk to people more rather than message. So I gave them my cell phone number to call me if they have any questions with the meal plan, and I wanted to catch up with them to see about their meal planning. So that's what I kind of did on Saturday with one, Deb Sassoni, Lynette. I don't know if she was there when you got there. She was a night shift pediatric nurse.
What's her name?
Deb Cesaroni. Deb Cesaroni. Well, she used to work night shift with me at Highland Park. It was when I was working nights, and there. Anyway, so I spoke with her on Saturday, and then she kind of called me back on Sunday, and then Charlene called me Sunday night. So anyway, I'm just, I'm really trying to talk to more people rather than message, or at least be open to talk. So I'm giving my cell phone number away and having discussions, but
It's nice.
Yeah, it's good. So it's been a good month.
Working better, you think?
I think so. At least I gotta check into Food First, but I think I saw Deb and my mother-in-law, maybe even Charlene, post something in Food First, which it's just hard for people to get people to become active in like these groups. So I'm just like, yay for posting something.
I don't know your other people, but Charlene's post today of her meal plan, I was impressed. She had containers. She knew what everything was. I was impressed. So,
yes. So I think it helps. And, I'm just trying to develop more relationships or better relationships. So I think it helps.
that's great. Julie must have bumped out there on her phone. But for me, my goals are SC15. I'm currently at 8. And I have a friend of mine that's supposedly going to be getting a PIO challenge pack today. We'll see. She's going to be doing it with her friend. She's a former coworker. And then I have just a few people who, like David, just say, and just kind of waiting for it to actually happen. But I think what's been helpful for me, which is something I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about as a group, was it was like I had an epiphany. And it's like, it wasn't like a new one that other people have not had before, but, reading The Go-Giver, and Brenda, audible.com.
I know.
Just get the app and listen.
I've already bought the book. I just got to read it. And then no more buying books for me.
It's a 2-day read, barely. Just sit your Kentuckies down on a Sunday. A nice relax. It's an easy read. It's not work.
I know.
It's such a wonderful book. It is such a wonderful book.
You're smart.
But it looks like Julie messaged me saying her phone died. But the law. There were 5 laws. One of them is the law of value. How much you give people without really expecting anything in return. And there was the I should just look it up. Law of influence. Where it's all about how much impact you have on people. Oh, the law of compensation. Your income is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. And then law of influence. Your influence is determined by how abundantly you place other people's interests first. Law of authenticity. The most valuable gift you have to offer is yourself. And then finally, the law of receptivity. The key to effective giving is to stay open to receiving. For me, the first 4 laws, giving value, serving lots of different people, putting their interests first, and being real, the law of authenticity, it just kind of hit me. And I'm still have, I have to work on it. And this is why I was so into the encouraging the Facebook training by Jesse Regan is, there's, and it's the impact I have one-on-one in the medical field is wonderful. And it's nothing I can replace. It's obviously a very skilled and specialized thing that I do. But it's a one-on-one relationship. And on Facebook, I realized I could impact and give more value to many more people that way. And I realized if I'm kind of coming to this revelation that there's so much in me that I haven't actually shared yet. And I'm just learning how to do that. And the only way I can do that is to be vulnerable, to be real, and to learn how to do video on Facebook. By doing that on my business page, my Facebook reach, and you don't know what your reach is on your personal page, but on your business page, you can look at the reach and it goes up like astoundingly high when you do video, because Facebook loves video. But the video has to have value to it. So it's not just about, though I did a lot of these videos, lots of these videos. Hey, look at my pile moves, because I want people to see what pile's all about. But yet I think people, when they might see it once or twice and think that's really cool, but if that's all they see, then it just becomes noise. So I realized I have to start doing something a little bit differently, and maybe because I've done a few of them now, they might become noise again. But I'm trying to title my videos with value. So I decided to give tips. And so, how much water to drink a day, how to get your exercise in first thing in the morning, really basic things. And what Bob Heilig was talking about was a lot of us may feel uncomfortable sharing this value because we don't think we're experts. I'm not a certified personal trainer. I'm not a nutritionist. What kind of expert am I? The reality is we're all experts in Beachbody. We're all experts in our programs, and we're all experts on being coaches, because that's what we've been doing for so long now. We know how to coach people. And I really think that's what our value is, and that is what we should be giving people. And I've been keeping it just in my challenge group, right? I've been telling people how much water to drink a day. I've been telling them how to get their exercise first thing in the morning, how to schedule their workouts. But I realized I could actually just give that away. I can give that away on video. And yeah, that's kind of giving things away for free. But I realize that's what Shalene does in her podcast. A lot of her content is actually very similar content, though obviously, scaled down, in her Smart Success, in her Marketing Impact Academy, in her Virtual Business Academy. She shares that information, but obviously, in a much more generalized way in her podcast. So people realize, wow, she really does kind of know about marketing via email or social media or time management. So that's how she's drawing people in to her 30-day push, into her Smart Success Academy, et cetera. It's because she's giving a little bit of it away. And that's, again, part of the concept that the Go Giver shares. Learning how to give away, not to expect anything to return. But once people see, and when you do that and you're doing it on video, you're also being authentic, because you have no choice to be authentic, because you're have to talk, which is really nerve-wracking. And but you're being real. And so when people see that, they connect with you. And I've had, 2 people reach out to me privately that I've never met before in just a matter of a week. So it was a new thing for me, because my page is dead, and I still have a lot to work on. I have to get through this training, and I know I have a lot of things I have to learn. But it just was like a revelation, like, oh my gosh. And it was totally tied in with the Go Giver when I was listening to it. So for me, it was listening, and that really helps me versus reading the words. But hearing the words over and over and over again about giving value, making sure you have impact on serve a lot of different people. For me, that's social media. Being willing to give and place other people's interests first. So, you know what, guys? I'm not talking about Beachbody workouts. I mean, I might mention, oh, and I just did Country Heat. It was so much fun. But what if you're going to the gym? Make sure you get your gym bag ready. You know, I'm trying to, address people who may not be doing Beachbody, because I don't want to necessarily sell Beachbody. I'm selling me. And so I think that's what you guys want you to do is sell you. We're experts on ourselves. We need to market ourselves. And again, that's what Bob Heilig was saying, Shalene would say, is just figure out how to market yourself. One thing that Bob was saying is, if you have trouble with recruiting, and I'm going to mess this up, and I'm sure David and Brenda, if you can remember what he said, but basically it's because other people have not bought into what unique skills and you have to offer, something like that. They really don't realize what unique skills you have to offer to them. That is why they're not joining you. So you gotta be you. You have to, so how can I help this person? And the reality is, the more real you are, and he talks about the law of magnetism, the more real you are, you're going to attract people, but you're also going to repel, right? And you have to be comfortable with that, because the more real you are, the people who are going to like you for who you are going to come to you. But then the people who you're not going to really want to work with anyway are going to go away, and that's going to be okay. So somehow
Second module.
Huh?
Second module.
Oh, is it? Okay. I haven't gotten there. But yeah, so it is definitely something, and doing it on video is definitely something I'd love for all of us to work on. I know that David's been doing this forever. I know that Dawn is definitely doing a lot of videos in our group. But I think we should learn how to do this, and we can practice. There was I can't remember what I watched. It was some kind of YouTube video, some coach sharing techniques, but she does like a 5-7 day challenge in her team group, and everyone doing like 1 or 2 minute videos a day or something like that, but just to the team group, just so that we get practice on doing videos. But I do think the shorter the video, the better. So the more practice we are making videos concise, having points to share, be in and out. As Shalene would say, be brief, be bold, be bright, and out of here. Or whatever I don't care. Obviously I messed that up. But you hear what I'm saying? So we have to learn how to do video, have points to share, be concise, and be out. Versus just kind of talk. And that's a skill, and I tend to ramble. So someone actually told me I rambled, like I'm doing now. So yeah, and those are just my thoughts I kind of wanted to share, is that I feel like, because I'm just forcing myself, even though when I go live, I literally have like one view, like one person looking at it, might have one like, or, like Joanne Fogarty has been really supportive lately. She's giving me hearts, but Facebook likes live videos. And so, I'm still getting hundreds of views later. So, or at least the reach, so that's why, like, Dawn, when you did those Ariel videos, I'm like heart, because that is so real. That is so endearing. That is so different and so unique that, putting that on your business page and then maybe sharing it to your personal page to increase your reach on your business page. And then after you do all these kind of things that make you realize how unique and wonderful you are, say, hey guys, on my personal page, please like me over here on Dawn Brantley Fitness. Just, give a gal a hand, help me out here. It's okay. People want to be your friend. So It's okay to ask for that. But
I'm starting to post and share from the fitness page over. And at first I couldn't do it, and now I can. So I'm going to stop posting videos in both to start it in my business and then share it to my personal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does help with your reach. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, and views too.
And then people see where I am also.
Right.
Some of my friends know, but not everybody does. Because eventually, I'll probably stop posting. I'm only posting on my personal page because I get the reach, and they're not coaches. So,
No, and I'm very comfortable with my personal page. I understand. But somehow we have to get comfortable getting used to a business page and sharing the business side or coaching stuff on the business page, because that is where we get all the analytics, as Shalene would say. And I'm sure Jesse is saying all this, but I just haven't gotten to that point. But that's how we can really study what do we post that's really working.
I just stopped that a long time ago because I did that silly thing where, that like on that Friday like thing, but it was all freaking Beachbody coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody liking my page was a Beachbody coach. And on my personal page was real people, people that I could actually reach out to. Now I'm starting to get other people on my business page. So it's not that I was uncomfortable. It was just I wasn't going to post to all Beachbody people.
Yeah.
That seems silly to me. And I stopped that a long time ago.
When you post on your business page and you get likes, you can invite those people to like your page.
I have been.
And then you invite all your friends to like it too. There's like that,
Yeah, because I'm getting a bigger reach now. My reach is increasing, but the likes aren't going up dramatically. It's still my brother, Robert, a handful of other people.
Mm-hmm.
So the likes are low, but the reach is getting there. So eventually it'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for when he goes into like the targeting ads because I've tried to do that, since I've had my page, but I don't really think it's even though I'm putting in like I put stuff like in that they like soccer and or that they earn a certain income, they're college educated, that they're like me. But I mean, most of the people that I get to respond to ads don't seem anything like me. But I mean, when you post ads and you target it and you pay a certain amount, it's going to reach a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then that's when you invite those people to like your page, and then he'll probably have you can just do promote your page and target who you want to like it, and that just for likes.
Because I've done that through the practical social media,
Mm-hmm.
the PSMU or whatever that is. So I've done that through that, and I just haven't gotten where I want to be, and I'm just still trying to figure out my niche.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I just don't want to target Down syndrome. It seems like really you need to zero in on that, but I'm more than hell, I'm weenies too.
Well, again, with Shalene. Exactly. And Shalene said in a recent podcast that she has 2 podcasts on Facebook, that it's not that she's all fitness, right? And she's not all business development, but she's also fashion, and she's also about faith. So, you're a multifaceted person, and that's okay. It's just understanding and realizing and being aware of what those things are. So those are the things you're going to be posting a lot about. Because that's what you're most real. Just don't try to copy anybody else. You just got to figure out how to be you, the best you out there. So
poor Down syndrome dogs. There we go. Somehow I'm going to make that work. But no, and it's all it's coming. But that's part of what it is. It's that budgeting. And you had said something to me a while ago, and that's where I said, I just did a video the other day. It was like, look at this. I got to get real. I got to clean up this crap, and I got to pull out my Dave Ramsey stuff, and start doing more stuff with that. So, because that's I'm a Dave Ramsey, and when I signed up for that thing and I had to do credit, I almost died because what would Dave say? Dave would be chomping at the bit right now. So it's like that's me. I'm a Dave Ramsey person, So
have you thought of doing like a free 7-day group on Dave Ramsey?
I actually have. I've been leaning on how to do that, and I've been playing with that one a little bit more in my head. How to do, like, budget. You don't have money to do this group. Okay, let's. This is how we do it. A tip every day or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The financial diet.
Yeah. Yeah.
In all honesty, when I saw this as a job opportunity, RevAbs, Brett Hobel got my butt in gear, and then Sean T. And then if Beachbody can do that for me, for my health and fitness, I figured they could help my finances too, because that's really how I saw this.
Yeah.
It's like Dave Ramsey on steroids.
Tara Carr has her free group on finances and budgeting.
Does she?
If I remember correctly. So it was definitely nothing to do about fitness. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk about that, is just, thinking about Facebook, thinking about how to add value and to not just talk at people, but to share and get engagement, have people actually respond to what you're saying. And being consistent about it. It's definitely a struggle I have, admittedly. So, but it was just a huge revelation. It really is about giving value and having impact, using social media as our impact, giving and not really expecting for it to come back to you, and being real when you do it. And that's when people will come to you. So, I feel like with the woman who just got the 2 challenge packs with her friend, she just kept watching me. I really feel that. And she liked my page just a few days ago. And then out of the blue, she wants challenge packs. So I'm not saying that was it just in the last couple of days, but I think it just took time for her to realize that I wasn't trying to sell her something out of a box. So.
Yeah, it takes time, because I'm seeing that more conversations with people, just kind of striking it up like I'm still doing this, so they have a little bit more legitimacy.
Yeah. And just keep in mind, think of what your goals are, right? And I'm just going to be frank. Think about where you were the month before. Think about how many people you reached and talked to the month before. And if your goal is higher this month, that means you got to be talking to more people. That's just reality. It is a numbers game. So because not everyone's going to be ready this month. They're going to be ready who knows when. So that's why you just got to up the numbers. So. And hopefully with, getting more people to see what you're doing on Facebook or Instagram. I know Mel Prickett is a whiz at Instagram. But since you're just starting it up, and I don't know how to use it, I just post. So, okay. So with that, it's already 10:20 Dawn's time. I wanted to talk about the HealthBet and just make sure that we're all getting on the My Challenge Tracker app, that we're figuring out the portals, and that we're inviting. I just kind of went on a flurry of inviting the other night. I think it was just last night. And I just basically started talking to all my old people, to be honest, the people who might have bought a challenge pack and dropped off, discount coaches who've become inactive, people in my general fitness group that don't talk to me anymore. I use my personal posts on my page, or I guess I could have used my business page post, and I just shared it in a private message, so they got all the detail right up front, and made it simple. Are you in, or would you like in? I've had some people say yes, no. Yeah, I do want to do it because I want to get more Shakeology. I forgot how to order. And she was like one of my first customers, like 3-4 years ago. So, some people are coming back at me. And right now I have about 14 or 15 people who said yes, so they still have to join. But, so yeah, please, David, you mentioned something about August 31st. The challenge officially begins on September 5th, right? That's when the contest period begins. So you still want people to be able to be in there and practice posting and getting comfortable with the app. So I'm following Betsy Green's lead. She said she was starting her group on September 1st. So I just created my group today in the portal. and it's starting September 1st, and I had it run until October 3rd, so it just goes one day after it ends, so I could just say congratulations and whatever. But that way, September 1st, they can get in and start posting and practicing, because I want them to feel like they're on it on Monday, okay? In order for them to join on September 1st, they should order by the 25th of August, all right? Now, if they order on the 31st, yeah, I mean, they could join, and you could do it however you want to do it. They just won't have their Shakeology they may not have it by the 5th, looking at the calendar. They might not have it for the 5th, because remember, that's Labor Day weekend.
Right.
Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you really, just let them know about the contest. Obviously, that's what you are doing, but they want their tools in time to be ready to go, then they should be ordering earlier than the 31st, in my opinion.
And I know the suggestion today on the Team High Ground call was to open the group up a day before and keep it open a week after.
Oh, a whole week. Okay.
That was their suggestion. And one post a day. They said only for the coaches to post one time a day, like a motivational post. So that's what you're not bombarding them like you do on Facebook. And it was really for anybody who has not done the APRA track.
APRA tracker.
The tracker app.
The APRA track.
The APRA track. It was actually pretty good. It was fairly informative. I have done the APRA track, but it was fairly informative. She did a good job explaining it.
That's great. Kim, I know, has been doing it for a while, and of course, I didn't realize I had to bring my daughter to her high school freshman orientation, so I missed it. But I'm looking forward to the recording. But no, and
I've been using it for the last couple of months, and I've had a group of 3 people, and I really like it, and I've had good engagement with so they can mark when they drink their Shakeology, and they can just say they don't even have to post anything, and they don't have to post it to the whole group. They can just post it to so that you see it. And I mean, it's basically set up like a Facebook group, but it's in an app, and it's off of offline. So, which is nice because it's private, and some people might be worried that it'll be seen outside of the group on Facebook.
It's cool that you can set up a notification too. If you don't post, there's a reminder that pops up on your phone to do your workout or whatever. So that's kind of cool.
I just got notified mine.
So that was
I didn't post it.
Yeah, no, I like that. And I like how, as coaches on the portal, we can see how many times they've logged in, how many workouts they put in, how many times they drank Shakeology or posted Shakeology. So that's nice. You can look at all statistics, and you could privately message via the portal and all of that.
Yeah.
I definitely, if you guys have not been set up yet, please do. And then one thing we should discuss is September. Okay, so we can have multiple coaches on a challenge tracker app. Okay, that's one thing, and we'll still have our Facebook group. So there are a lot of different ways we can go about it. What I'm wondering is if we should continue our September group in Facebook, but individually, or maybe we couple up, we can still have the people who want to do the HealthBet in the app. I don't know if you want to do it both, or I don't know if everyone's going to want to do the HealthBet, but it's going to require more admin on our parts. In terms of the app, I'm kind of leaning on just doubling up with someone. Just so that because it's new for us, and I don't want it to get so complicated that we have 5 coaches all at the same time in one app. Plus, I do think it would be good for us to learn how to use the app as the admins, because we should get comfortable with that individually. So I know I had already talked to Julie. She's gonna maybe listen to the recording, but. So I'll be doing mine with Julie because she's just still getting her feet wet again. So she can practice being, coach admin. But, like Dawn, you have Amy. I mean, this would be a great way for her to kind of get her feet wet. And you could be her coach leading her through this. And David with Sean and Brenda and Emily, you guys could, maybe team up, again, if you want to. But that's what I think. And my question is, our September Facebook group, do we keep it running? I'm thinking yes.
Who wants to be in it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if everybody who's active is pulling out,
Well, that's the question. Are they pulling out? Because it's still we're still running it. I'm not going to make my HealthBet a contest. I'm just going to have it as the HealthBet Enough is a contest. So
yeah, no, it is what it is.
right. So I'm not going to be doing all the crazy point stuff that we're doing in our Facebook group. I don't know. I guess we could ask if people would want to do both. I don't. Not everyone that I've reached out to have responded to my HealthBet. So that's the other thing.
Because some people, it gets tough posting in 10 different groups.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. We could post something in this month's group, letting everybody know, just a general post about the HealthBet.
Yeah.
And see if anybody, comments and is interested.
I mean,
They'd rather continue and be eligible for that. I'm
Right.
sure.
right. I mean, and then, and that's a great prize too, and that's a prize for everyone. That could be $5 for any of our challengers who do their Shakeology and work out, which a lot of them do, who are in our challenge group. So that can be money for just about everyone in our challenge group. Who are active and want to be active, and this is just an incentive for those who just need to get their butt in gear. So I think that's a great idea. We should, David, we should
Breather that people are kind of wanting, because I think some people are tired. I don't know.
right. So I don't know if we want to do like a poll, but put it out there and see who wants to do it. But I just to change it up, let them know we're thinking about closing this group in September because we have something,
Different.
bigger or different, going on. And we would like you guys,
challenge.
right? And we would like you guys to check out, the Challenge Tracker app with your coach or something like that.
Is almost everybody on Shakeology?
No, not my people.
Well, they could.
Which is fine.
Do you guys know they can be on the app and not have to have Shakeology,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah, they just wouldn't be eligible for the
Right.
the money.
But they could still be part of the same group. They just won't be eligible for the pot.
Right.
Right.
So, is anyone up for creating? I almost did it last night, but if I should talk to them first. Talk to you guys first. I almost did it.
Created one too. The group on the Challenge Tracker app on Friday, but I waited to see if I don't know.
Well, I like your
I just post.
I like your idea, Brenda, about the poll. Maybe just to see what they think. At least give them the choice.
Yeah.
So what would the choices be? I don't know how to create polls, but so do both. Not help that only Facebook only, or not give them a choice.
Well, we could just give them a choice of either or. So those just comments if you want to join the group in the Challenge Tracker app and be eligible for the pot. Explain about the HealthBet, or do you want to keep this group going and stay in here instead? So and see how where the votes lie. If there's a majority that they're just voting for the Challenge Tracker app, then you kind of know what to do.
Yeah.
Challenge Tracker app only, or keep this group going.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. And then we're still doing. We'll still be doing the HealthBet, of course. So that still just means two different groups for us that we'd be running if people do want to stay in the Facebook groups. So,
right.
Does anyone know how to do a poll? Anyone up for learning how to do a poll?
Oh, hell, just comment yes or no.
Not tonight, but it's fun. Polls are fun. Use the Facebook fun stuff, Dawn.
There's a poll on Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah.
See. Oh,
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
come on, Dawn. Welcome to 2016.
God, I now know how to use my phone to get directions. I've done enough this month. Back off.
Right. Look at that. I showed her how to use her GPS to get us to the airport.
You're kidding. You're kidding.
No.
I know where I'm going where I live. I don't need GPS.
Actually had a paper map in the van. I could not believe it. I could not believe it.
AAA.
You know what? Sometimes I wish I had both.
I know.
Because
Sometimes
Google, can totally mess you up. And like, where I want my map.
Hello. Thank you. Just a global look instead of having the back off.
I like messing, Dawn. I like messing with you.
I'm going to actually be at work though until after about 3:30, so I'm not going to be able to do anything until later.
Hi, Ava.
Hey,
So nice to see you.
you're picking on me. I need protection.
Well, I
We're
hear
picking
you
at
having fun.
Yeah.
So that's why I came. We said, oh,
We miss you.
We miss you. Yes, we do.
You need to get on your own computer, and you can have your face not next to David, but someplace else.
Next week.
next week when everything goes back to normal, hopefully.
There you go.
Cool.
Oh,
See
boy.
you then.
We're looking forward to that.
Yeah, school starts
Bye,
next week. So,
Huh? Bye.
Yeah, next week.
Noodles.
okay.
But so yeah, no, I'm going to be at school. I work a double tomorrow on Tuesdays, so I'm not going to get back until after 3:30. So I'm not going to figure out polls until
So,
after that.
I can do it. I can try to figure it out. My question is, looking at the calendar, is we're supposed to be doing the Chicago sneak peek next week. Should we?
Do we have anybody?
I have not been inviting. I've been focusing on HealthBet. So I guess my question is, do you think we'd be able to promote? I'm trying to save Dawn some work here, or are we just splitting ourselves too thin? I'm inviting.
I was thinking of starting to, ask people tomorrow.
If we get somebody, I do it over the weekend. I do it on Saturday, so it's no big deal.
Because it would get them, it would educate them, right, in time to purchase, hopefully. Okay, so if David has people, then if you're able to do it, Dawn, that'd be great.
Yeah, no, I just do it on Saturday. It sucks, but it's just a couple minutes of sucking. It's not bad.
You know how to use Buffer to just reschedule your already posted post, right?
No, I don't.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, would you back off? You're pissing me off. No, I can do that. Oh, you are pissing me off, Brenda. You gotta get over there and do
I knew that answer. I knew that answer before you.
I delete it and I go
Like,
back.
I was just thinking the same thing when that. All she has to do is just reschedule her post, but no. Easier, Dawn.
See the love I put into this crap? Is it too late, or do I have to redo it, or
No, you just have to. It's in Buffer. I could show you the via video share later. It's
Okay,
really
thank
easy.
you.
Anne had to show me, but once it's in there, as long as you're not deleting anything, as long as you
That's
don't.
what I had heard.
No, just keep the group running. You can remove the people. You have to delete the posts from the Facebook group. Okay, but unfortunately, but you just reschedule. You don't have to be copying pasting into Buffer and rescheduling. You just have to. It's already there. You just have to reschedule. Yeah. Okay.
All right, no, we're keeping the Facebook group, and somebody's sorry, but it's doing burpees with me.
Right. September is the burpee month.
All right. This call has been going on for an hour. I'm going to stop the recording. Bye, everybody. Hold on.